blessing, and welcome to this week's Magdalene guidance. I'm so happy to be here with all of you, and I hope that these messages will bring a little spark of fire that guides us into opening up the heart and in our everyday life. So today, the guidance for this week. First, I'm going to read a little bit from my book, Mary Magdalene and the Path of Allah Hashallah. And I just want to read something and then maybe talk about this message, and we can focus on this message for this week. It's really, really beautiful. And this is a channeling that I received from Mary Magdalene. There's a whole chapter on channelings in this book. And it says, stillness, the womb of creation. Can you hear your soul speak? Can you hear the sound of your soul? Your soul speaks through you in so many different ways. She is alive within you and outside of you. When you feel alignment, your soul speaks to you. When the sound of your voice becomes beautiful, your soul is speaking. When you awaken the desire to be a creative human and not just a created human, your soul is speaking to you. When you fall in love with your voice, your soul is speaking to you. When you allow acceptance of who you are, have been, and will be in the personality you have chosen, your soul is speaking to you. When your call to serve from your heart awakens, your soul is speaking. When you create sacred space for prayer, your soul is speaking to you. When you are kind and generous to people, your soul is speaking to you. When you are forgiving, your soul is speaking to you. When you know the love of Berehem, the love of the womb of the Divine Mother, your soul is speaking to you. And ultimately, you are poured with grace when you know you are love, because your soul speaks and the body moves through and with the soul. That is so beautiful. So there are a lot of things she says here. I mean, the words are beautiful. They're very poetic. Even I get immersed in them, even though I received this transmission and I wrote it. Every time I read it, it's like reading it for the first time. And it's all about being in alignment with our soul, right? How can we be in alignment with our soul? Our soul has chosen this incarnation. We're in this body, this human form, and we're here to be humans. We're here to experience this divine humanity. And the soul wants to breathe through the body. The soul doesn't want to be in a jail. She wants to be in a temple, in a castle. And so the body is the vehicle. So how can we feel the soul, right? How can we feel that the soul is talking to us? And ultimately, in the teachings of Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, the soul leads, not the mind and the ego. We know that we are in our path, in our mission, when our soul is leading, not the mind. And in the teachings of Mary Magdalene, the mission isn't about your work and your dream job. It's about allowing the soul to lead you. And when the soul leads you, everything falls into place. And there's something in this channeling that I really, that really gets to my heart. And it's been something that I have reflected on for a very long time. And I think we can take this week to reflect on this guidance. And she says, when you awaken the desire to be a creative human and not just a created human, your soul is speaking to you. And this is very powerful, because we are creative humans, not just created humans. We have not just been created as a mirror in the form of the Avun, the mother father, which is true. But once we realize this, we create with this. So we are, in essence, the Avun, if we understand that we are a creative human, and that's what we're here to do, to create. And if we go beyond this, and this is the guidance that we can really connect with this week, because I do believe that the soul, as she leads our lives, the soul lets go of the ego, right? And, we see so many things written in social media and in books. You are the creator of your life. Create the world of your dream, or the world that you are dreaming of. But if we're only the creator, then that's the mind and that's the ego. And the soul wants to co-create. And co-creation is what we're moving towards. We co-create when we create with the moon, when we create with the phases of the wheel of the year, when we are creating with the light beings, when we're allowing the soul to dance with the mind and the ego, because there is a sacred ego, right? I mean, if I didn't have an ego, I wouldn't be doing this video right now. Okay. There is a sacred ego. When we surrender the ego to the soul, it becomes a sacred ego. It's not just the ego of the karmic personality. So when the soul is co-creating with this human reality, that's a co-creation as well. The light beings, the channelings, the messages, the Shekhinah, the Holy Spirit, Mary, Magdalene, Yeshua, we want to co-create, and even co-create with the people who are in our lives and in our intimate realities. Um, I tend to feel, when I say I'm the creator of my life, I really feel the third chakra awakening. Um, but we have in our third chakra two areas of the third chakra, just like we have two areas of the heart chakra. Um, so we've got this third chakra here in the navel, that's power, that's fire, that we need the action. And then right above, this is yellow, and then right above we've got a higher octave of this chakra that's gold. And this is spiritual royalty. This is alignment to the spiritual royalty. And this is alignment to the co-creative energy that we choose to create with, right? And when we are co-creating, there is always faith, right? Always faith, because we know that the outcome will be life. We know that the outcome will be positive. We know that there is a gift. I always like to give this example. Now, when we go to IKEA and we buy, I don't know, some type of furniture and we just build it, and we're creating, okay? But when we take a seed and we plant the seed in our garden, and every day we water the seed, we know it's going to grow. That's co-creation. We're creating with the energy of the seed. We're creating with the water. We're creating with commitment, with intention, with discipline to know that the seed needs water every day. So, this is part of soul alignment and soul awakening, to be in this co creative aspect and allowing the soul to lead. And when the soul leads, again, there is no ego, there is no mind. Um, the mind is also following the wishes and the intentions, the holy intentions of the soul. So for this week, let's focus on that. How can we co-create? And this is a very beautiful Magdalene guidance. And this is one of her teachings. How can we co-create this week? Who do we need to co-create with? Right? But I mentioned before, we do need to co-create with our family, because if we only think of ourselves in our creations and not the people around us, that isn't a co-creation, because everything needs to be balanced in life, right? Everything needs to be balanced. So how are we co-creating? Maybe we can think about aligning ourselves with the moon phases this week and say, okay, I'm going to create and co-create with the moon energy. Maybe I want to co-create with the wheel of the year. As I am recording this, it's the first day of Scorpio. So I'm getting ready for the Samhain and for Halloween, and I'm dressed in dark colors and purple and black. So I feel like I'm co-creating with these colors. I feel like they're telling me something, and I'm going deep into the Scorpio energy. Maybe we want to co-create with essential oils. Maybe we want to use an essential oil to open up our heart chakra. I have Rose of Sharon here, which is a very powerful oil to work with past lives. So maybe we want to co-create with that. Maybe we want to co-create with prayer, devotion to a light being, to Mary Magdalene, to Yeshua, to our altar. So, how are we co creating this week? And it's all about the we, right? We. And when I say we, I'm not just talking about people. You know, I co create with this book, I co create with my oracle cards. So it's not just me, because it gets lonely, right? When it's just about me and the I and I can. There is a mantra called the Malkuta, which is an I can mantra, but it's an I can mantra knowing that you've got the strength and the support of the universe behind you, pushing you, you know. And this for me is co-creation. If not, again, it tends to be mind, and then we get frustrated because something doesn't happen. We don't manifest something, our we don't manifest our dream relationship, our dream job, our dream creation, and there's frustration because always do, right? It's like it has to be balanced, and the co-creation gives space for receptivity. And receptivity is just allowing things to come. It doesn't mean to be passive. It doesn't mean to be just still. Well, for me, stillness is very active, allowing things to come. And that is a beautiful, beautiful guidance that we can work on this week. And I would like to, for this week, I'm using the Nun Codes Oracle cards. These are the Oracle cards of the Divine Feminine Wisdom. And I took out Heimenuta in Aramaic. Heimenuta. And Heimenuta means faith. And so this is our card for this week, faith. Okay? And I'm just going to read what I wrote here in the explanation. The word for faith in Aramaic is Heimenuta. This word also means the integrity of being in sacred union that awakens our faith, and also the knowing we have that the Avun, the Mother Father, also has faith in us. There is nothing more powerful than faith. Faith awakens a holy devotion that the soul longs for. We are in Heimenuta when our life becomes a prayer, and we know that we are held by something more powerful than words can explain. Today, take time to be in faith. This week, let us take time to be in faith. Look at the fears that may be coming into your field. Face them, and then look the other way and see the Divine Mother opening her arms, ready to embrace you. In this eternal embrace, these fears start to disappear. They stop looking like ghosts that come to haunt you. These fears just come to us to remind us of the healing that needs to be done. They are not here to control our lives and make decisions for us. Dissolve into the embrace of the Divine Mother and allow the soul to begin her healing. Chant the Heimenuta for faith to become strong in your life. This code wants you to create a sacred partnership with the divine. So this is a beautiful card. I just realized it's so aligned with what we're doing. A sacred partnership is co-creation. Let's chant a little bit the Heimenuta. Let me push back because sometimes the microphone, it's too loud for the microphone. Heimenuta. exhale. Maybe this is a mantra that you want to practice this week to remind you to have faith in this sacred partnership and in this co-creation. Thank you so much for your time and for this co-creation, as I feel that I am receiving from you as well. Your energy, your interchange, this beautiful balance between all of us together. Have a beautiful week, and if you would like to ask me a question, you can leave it underneath the video. Many blessings to all of you. Ahava. Thank you.